Hi, my name's Lee Jasper. You're watching Lee Jasper Drive Time. Welcome to the channel. Again, another hot exclusive. I'm here in central London, outside New Scotland Yard. Why? Well, as former Deputy Mayor of London, responsible for policing, I'm here to challenge the assertion by the Metropolitan Police Commissioner, Commissioner Dick of the Yard, who said yesterday to the Home Affairs Select Committee down the road in Parliament that the police were no longer institutionally racist. Let me tell you why I dispute that analysis by the Commissioner. Hi, my name's Lee Jasper. This is Brixton, London, and you're watching Lee Jasper Drive Time. Institutionalised racism as a culture is rampant within the Metropolitan Police Service. How do I say that? We've got increasing levels of disproportionality in charging as well as stop and search. Do you know that black and white first offence for small level of possession of drugs can result in a white person being cautioned and a black person being charged? Secondly, black officers in the force are catching hell. Do you know all the black and Asian superintendents in the Met are currently under investigation or under suspension? All of them. Unbelievable. And of course, we saw this week an Asian officer, Pam Sandhu, who had sued the Metropolitan Police Service because they failed to promote her. And what I can reveal exclusively here on Drive Time is that most of those black and Asian superintendents who found themselves under disciplinary investigation had applied for promotion, been denied, and then complained, and then found themselves subject to the kind of disproportionate investigation that black officers all over the country are facing. These viral videos, you know, the evidence shows, and this is the Met's own evidence, that they disproportionately use violence when arresting black and Asian suspects. And over the last 2 or 3 years, despite them saying body cams were the answer to our stop and search problems, we've seen people filming very violent arrests. The Romford arrest of the 17-year-old black boy, the Tower Hamlets arrest of the man with a blue badge with a disabled boy in his car. All of these are flagrant examples of why this commissioner is so profoundly wrong. Racism in police stop and search. You've seen the videos of PC Rowley. Can I also reveal exclusively here on Drive Time that PC Kevin Rowley is under criminal investigation, and that means he could be charged with a criminal offence. Delighted to hear about that. But you also saw the brutal arrest of the disabled blue badge driver over in Tower Hamlets recently. So whether you're black, whether you're Muslim, whether you're African, whether you're Asian, we're getting the same sort of treatment from the Metropolitan Police Service. Black officers under attack, black suspects disproportionately charged. Denial is not just a river in Egypt, it's a critical part of racist response to claims of institutionalised racism. We're on the verge of a precipitous crisis in relations, such is the level of decline in that trust and confidence. And any one of these video virals which show police officers disproportionately using violence against black or Asian, African or Muslim suspects could well spark the kind of reaction we're all seeking to avoid. We're going to do some vox pops in and around the area to ask people whether they think institutionalised racism is still a problem in the Metropolitan Police. Hey guys. Yes, the Commissioner of Police said the Met is no longer an institutionally racist force. She was talking to MPs in Parliament. And I'm asking people today, what's their response to that claim?
I don't know.
You don't know? You don't have a view?
The discrimination is still there, but it's less than it was. Yeah. So there is improvement.
My response is 50-50. I cannot comment on that.
I don't think the police are necessarily racist. I think it's the way that they conduct themselves that can come across that particular way.
They're understaffed, I know that, but with regards racism, I think they're trying to improve recruiting ethnic minority police force. I think they're trying to do that, so they're doing good works there.
I don't think you could ever say it's actually gone. I think in society as a whole we are facing racism.
I've got a unique point of view because I'm an ex-copper.
Well, let me hear it, that's even better.
The amount of training on racism and racism subjects, it lasts about 3 months. Stems from the Stephen Lawrence inquiry, obviously, and rightfully so. There was institutional racism. Speaking from a personal point of view, the amount of training we had to go through to weed out any racists in new recruits was a hell of a lot.
To be honest, I think everybody's learning every day, and they're never going to learn enough to do what they need to do. So I think when it's too late, that's when they'll learn.
A lot of the times, people are being racist. It's just not as pronounced. They still are. They don't even know they're doing it.
Yeah,
so there's no way to sort of tell them that you are being racist.
Absolutely, absolutely.
England never move on from racism. England can't move on. England never move on. Never move on.
Never move on.
I haven't got a view, fella. Obviously, it's good and bad in everyone.
Yeah.
Right. So I think it's 20 times better than it was in the 70s.
Right.
Right. But there's still a little bit more to be done.
Yeah.
But listen, fella, it's a lot better than it was, man.
Because they still treat people based on their race and target people based on their race. They have to.
Okay.
They do that. I mean, they don't have to. They shouldn't. But yeah, I don't mean that.
Yeah.
But they do. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
I've not had much dealings with the Met Police, I'm afraid, so I can't really comment.
I don't know. I don't feel it on a day-to-day basis so much.
Yeah.
Not at work.
Yeah.
Not in a professional environment.
It's a state of mind, so it's always going to be around.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's quite correct.
Sure. He must be having his own ideas on that.
It's a she.
She must be having.
He's got a police commissioner as a woman.
But other than that, there's definitely an improvement. We come from outside and we obviously face racism.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I know they don't mean.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I think Brexit made things worse. But I wouldn't like to say every policeman was a racist, so I don't think that, no. I think that there probably still is some more work to do.
Everybody looks like a baby to me. I'm 60.
In any massive organisation, there's going to be racists in there, there's going to be sexists in there, there's going to be bigots, there's going to be hateful wankers in there, excuse my French.
I think so. I think there's been a lot of improvement. I've lived in this country for 12 years. And the more time you spend in the country, the more sort of you can integrate with society here, I think. So
There are obviously things that they can do to change that. It's just a case of having a better method to enforce it, because it can be perceived the wrong way as well. And being somebody that's not English, so I'm from Indian heritage, I've necessarily not had to deal with that, but people from other walks of life and different cultures have. So I think it's the way that they conduct themselves, but I don't think they're necessarily gunning to get people because of their race. It's just the way that they go through procedure and protocol.
but yeah, there's a lot of work to be done. I think there's a lot. London is fast becoming a very it is a very multicultural society. So yeah, it's a non-stop process, and it's important that you can integrate different communities together, definitely.
For her to say it's not institutionally racist is wrong, because there's always going to be an element and you're never going to be able to weed it out, and she's saying this absolute truth which doesn't exist. The Met will always have an element of racism involved.
It's better than how it used to be 80 years back. That's all that he's probably trying to say, no?
Well, I don't agree that people should be,
Discriminated against.
that's the word, discriminated against because of their gender
Yeah.
or their race.
Or their colour.
I don't think it's bad as it was in the 70s. Could get a little bit better, yeah?
Yesterday, the chief of police in London said, when it comes to our police in London, they're the most... He's too pissed.
I have no fucking idea. No.
All right, okay. You're not from England. You won't know the details, so I shall spare you on this occasion. Yeah, I know you're interested, sir. Hey, well, you've been here with us on this lovely summer day in the middle of London. You've heard what people have to say. I must say, some amazing responses. But I think the challenge remains for this commissioner, as evidenced by my own role, an analysis, and what you've heard from the people today. I hope you like and enjoying the stuff that we're putting out on this channel. You gotta hit the bell, you gotta hit subscribe, leave a comment underneath, tell us what you think. Do you think that the Metropolitan Police is still an institutionally racist organisation? Let us know below.